Hey guys, I just tripped over something that I think is super slick. You may be aware of it, but I don't think so. But let me lay it on you. Recently, I sent out a mayday to a bunch of viewers for ideas on how to surface grind something flat. You know the routine. You put something on a magnetic table, it's bowed, you throw the magnet on, and then you grind. When you release the magnet, it goes back. It goes back to where it was. You flip it over, you do all that harsh shit, you end up with a nightmare, right? So I was asking for ideas, right, on how to avoid that. I wanted to get an idea of what my options were. As a result of my mayday, Chuck Bomarino sent me a link to this guy, Adam the Machinist. That's his channel. You see it? I went through some of his videos, and I found what I call the paper towel trick. The guy's channel is Adam the Machinist. Take a look here on the left. You see, he's got something on a magnet. This guy grinds to fart skins. I only grind to thousands. He's whatever. You see, it says paper towel here on the left, the little arrow with it. He puts paper towels under his flat stock. Obviously, the flat stock's within a couple of thousands. He wants to get it dead flat. To me, a couple thousands ain't bad, right? Anyways, so that's what he does. And then what happens is he puts it on there, he wets it, puts the magnet on, and the paper towel holds the material up, right? Then he grinds it, flips it over, gets it within tenths his first time around, right? So anyways, what I'm saying is, I copied some of his video and I'm going to lay it on you. Here's Adam right here. Watch Adam in action. Hang on to your sneakers. Hey guys, this is one slick move. Chuck Bomarino, Screwy Tuesday, send me the link to this guy's channel. This guy is doing something here that I'm really excited about. This is about grinding a pot flat. You put it down on a magnet bow that pulls it down, you release it, it goes back. If your pots are relatively close, within a few thousands, this is the move you want to make. Try it. Let it rip.
So I filmed this vertically. I have to apologize, but I'm explaining how the compliant layer trick works. You could use newspaper or paper towel, and you set your parts on and wet it and allow it to soak in. And then when you turn on the magnet, the high points of the part sink into the soft layer, and the low points are supported. And as you can see, as it's kind of starting to grind, you can see it's high in the middle on these two parts. So in my experience, this compliant layer technique improves the flatness from starting value by about 90%. So these were roughly 2/1000 out of flat, and after their rough ground, they'll be probably 2/10 out of flat. If it's grossly out of flat, like 5 to 10 thou, it's not a very good process. You should really look at shimming or setting it on 3 points. So when we get stuff off the grinder magnet, always use a pair of jawed pliers or pry it off somehow other than sliding it on the chuck. The paper underneath, you could just throw that away. And a note on squeegeeing, you always want to swipe away from the wheel, not towards it. If you go towards it, you can run your hand into the wheel or the squeegee blade, and if you're doing finishing work, that can pretty much ruin your dress, and it's very annoying.
I like it.
So the parts are now flipped over onto that freshly ground face, and we'll rough grind the backside, and you can see how it's hitting on the points on the outside. So when you're doing the compliant layer, you want to point the high outer corners down. So you want to frown, not a smiley face, when we're thinking about how the part is bowed. But if you're shimming or on 3 points, you want a smiley face, not a frown. There really ought to be a whole separate video on getting parts flat. Now it's doing a quick dress, and then it'll go back in and finish grind. And I say finish grind lightly because we're not really going for finish or size here. Just it's a lighter grinding parameter with a little less heat in it is all.
Nice grinder.
I'm doing serious grinding all out to dwell for 5 minutes between roughing and finishing. So we've rough ground both sides, and now we're going to see how flat they are before we get them to a flatter state. So they're about 4/10 over, and we're roughly 1/10.5 to 2/10 out of flat, and it has a little belly in the center. You can see I push on it and how easily it deflects.
That's good enough for me in my shop.
At this point,
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you can use the information. I'll see you on the flip side.